Ne Gordon Kretcher mine nani. Na atsakura gua tewe waga gubane. Una one nana ho. Ne yeshi utaki maus ya mina o yesh ne ya warada karaba novikia. Wa iche zawi mo ni gumado husi ne yao. Language is very important for a culture. Everything that we know about the world was told to us by our elders, by about our land, our deep, our ancestors passed all that stuff down. The elders say that a long time ago that we were given the job after the animals gave this land to the Numa. Then we're supposed to carry this on for the next generation, and after that, the next generation. So, and a lot of that is gone now. Most of the people live here just for money, and it's not right. Everything has a word. The words for the spirits and everything were given to us by the Numa, the animals. Mahiya ni bubama, ni tidikatsigoi bubama. Our little animals gave us a lot of words, and that's the way we learned our language too. And a lot of our languages or stories are given to us by the animals. They did a lot for us and showed us things and told us about things and how they live and how we're supposed to live. Media. So everything has a word for it. No, kahimaya ikeripu wetima nanian nanian mahi ma tidikatsi gumakide mudahucha. That's the way they taught. They spoke in the language a long time ago, and so that was given to us by the animals and because we just didn't come out here. We just didn't fall here on this earth and started talking. Otherwise, everybody would have the same language. We were given languages by the land, by the Creator, and the story is a long time ago that they had a meeting. You know, they all spoke the same language a long time ago, and they had a meeting and said, "What kind of language what are they going to talk about the Numu after they get here?" Said they'll talk like us. They said, and they had an argument on it, and they decided. So everybody. That night, everybody went home and they thought about it and they dreamed. They had dreams about it, and the next morning they came over and they said, "Well, what were you dreaming about?" They asked the eagle. He said, "I was dreaming about catching a big fat rabbit and eating." So, and then the rattlesnake said, "I bit somebody too," and then the owl said, "Well, I had some mice for dinner." They were talking crazy like that, and then they all got mad at each other and said, "Well, we can't pass that kind of language on to the people that are coming. They have to have their own language, so they won't be talking crazy like that." They said. So everybody went home, and then they gave the Numa their own language to talk, so they won't talk about eating this and eating that and killing this and stuff like that. They had a good language. And the words that you use should be good words. The good words that you use and what you talk about is all here. It's in the wind for us, that's what they say. Everything is in the wind. So if you want to retrieve something, then you have to go and ask the wind, "Could I learn about that?" And treat that spirit good and ask the wind spirit, "And could I learn something like that? Could you teach me that?" Because everything is in the wind. And the rock people have their own stories. and everything else. All the animals have their own stories. So they tell you, they talk to you, animals talk to you, the birds, the trees even talk. So you just have to take time to listen. That's the main thing you have to do. Just take time to listen to what they have to say. And you can hear it in your language. And if we lose our language, then we don't know who we are. Who are we after we lose our language? We don't know. We're not going to be white people because we're not white people. They have their own way about doing things. And us, the Numa people, we learn from our elders to treat things with respect and everything like that, and then we sing to things and have plenty of food and sing to the fish, and then they'll give you the fish to eat. And the deer the same way. And when you're making, like the ladies, they make willow baskets and things like that, they sing to the willows, and then the willows will make things beautiful for them. It's not just in your hands and what you do, it's the spirits that help you do things. I don't know, a long time ago I was doing beadwork, and I'd come across a problem in there, and I'd put it down and I'd go sleep. During the night I was shown how to do that, how to fix that. So in the morning when I got up, I went in and fixed it. It didn't take very much to do. And when you're gathering food and stuff like that, you go out and gather. And if you pray and talk to the spirits good, then things will be good for you, and it won't take very much time for you to gather enough food to eat.
Hesasakari ni Kiyamkaka Modesty Marino, ni Biska Sumbilim, ni Kotasi, ni Yamana Midam. Hello, my name is Modesty Marino. I am Yamana Midam from Susanville and Greenville, and I am 21 years old. I feel like language revitalization is really important because it's how I talk to Creator, it's how I talk to my people, it's how I feel connected. It brings community. Learning the language is more than just being able to talk to each other, though, because I learn a lot more about how our people were, the philosophy, the way of life, and that's something that we need today. I feel like our world is lost and the land is just being degraded, and we don't know where to go from there. And I feel like language really helps revitalize not only our ability to talk to Creator and ask for His help, but also to understand how we can help and how our people did it once before.
Toyaku. Toyaku. Turn on the light. I think the important thing about the younger people learning the language is that it doesn't get lost. You know, there's a lot of speculations out there and about languages getting lost, and there's a lot of tribes and people that are not as fortunate when it comes to language, and I feel like we are very fortunate. But these all the younger people, they have to they kind of have to just have a little taste for the language. Like poo, and then kit pee. Poo, kit, pee.
I just want to be a good role model and show the youth that it's cool to want to do cultural stuff and like learn your language and go to ceremony and do hanging and just get into cultural stuff and just bring it back, because there's not very much of that here in Susanville, and there hasn't been like since I was a young boy.
Nim.
Nim Makade Hugo?
Nim.
Makade Hugo?
I don't know shit. Okay. Go ahead and hop off.
Nim Nikki Hugo Makade?
And so to see it start coming back into the community and to see younger kids like taking a part in it, I just think it's really cool.
I am Callie on Madu, and I am 12 years old. And I feel that it is important for me to come here because the language was lost a long time ago. And I have been doing this kinds of stuff for years. And it really makes me happy that we're getting back to it. And it really makes me sad that it was lost so many years ago.
Saskari Nikyamkakan Mary. And I remember the old people sitting around speaking different. I guess at the time I didn't realize that they were speaking our language. I didn't know. And then growing up, you know, we didn't have that consistency in the language. About 10, almost 11 years ago, you know, things changed for us. We found a different path in life, and on that path we found the language. So for our kids, I feel like, and even, you know, for my cousin Esau and for all these little guys, like they're a step ahead of us, right? Because when they're my age, hopefully they'll be those fluent speakers. They'll be those ones to bring that language back.
Hi, my name's Trinity, and I'm 9 years old, and I forgot what kind of tribe I was, but it don't matter. But the reason why I like coming here is because I get to learn, and I don't know why, I like coming here, hang out with my cousins and stuff. But one thing I love about this place is where I get to learn how to talk like my people.
Language is pretty important to learn your language, your culture, because a lot of people don't know that now, since all the elders are all gone. Grandparents, a grandmother and grandfather that didn't grow up with the elders, you know, need to carry on the tradition that what little that they learned about today the elders are. It has a lot to do with your culture, and your culture is very important to you, to get along and with yourself and others.